Well, it's March. We know May will be here before we know it, and May is Foster Care Awareness Month, and a local nonprofit has a number of events to help enrich the lives of children in foster care. And we're going to give you a quick preview, but they're organized by Project Pilina, a program of nonprofit group partners in Development Foundation. And joining me this morning to tell us all about it is Alana Power. Good morning, Alana. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having us this morning.
And can you tell us a little bit about what you guys have coming up in May? I know there's a whole campaign theme that we have going on here.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. This year's campaign is featured with the idea of I belong, and that there is a place for everyone in this life, especially our young lives in foster care, who through no fault of their own are in challenging times and attempting to navigate through their young lives. And so the I Belong campaign that we're running is to pay tribute to the champions in this life who lead a life of love and compassion and acceptance, and in turn have positively impacted those around them. And we are in desperate need of more champion homes for our youth and children in foster care.
Can you tell me how many children in Hawaii are in the foster care system right now?
Absolutely. So on any given day on Hawaii statewide, there are about 1,500 children and youth in foster care. And we at Project Pilina have the privilege of raising awareness about that, about the increasing need we have for more homes statewide. And we conduct monthly info sessions to share information for those who are just interested in learning about the process. We also have the opportunity to partner with local entities to do family events. And lastly, if you are interested in fostering, we walk people through those initial steps for a general license if you'd ever want to open your home to our children and youth in foster care.
I know the pandemic has impacted people in a variety of different ways. So when we're looking at the foster care system, are we seeing a greater need following the pandemic? Or I know some states have actually seen less kids in foster care during the pandemic. I guess what are we seeing here?
Here we've seen that numbers have stayed pretty consistent. The number of just over 1,500 children and youth have remained the same during the pandemic. And so our need for homes has remained the same. And we still need more champion homes out there for our children.
So I'm sure that there are many ways people can come out and learn about what it takes to be a foster parent. And so what are some of the events you guys have going on maybe for May, which is Foster Care Awareness Month, or throughout the year where people can come out and learn a little bit more?
Absolutely. So our goal is to just create a lot of family events that in the opportunity and that you would ever want to learn more, you can just come and enjoy the day and then also leave knowing a little bit more about becoming a resource home. We just wrapped up our Hawaii Spring Keiki Fashion Week that we partnered with Realanas of Honolulu. And we are currently running a statewide art contest for all Hawaii students, K through 12, with that theme of I Belong. And we've asked students to bring in art that incorporates what belonging means to them. And the winning design will be featured on our National Foster Care Month of May t-shirt, in addition to prize packages from us at Project Pilina and Wet n Wild Hawaii. Next Saturday on March 19th on Oahu, we are doing a Wet n Wild after party where all people can come and enjoy a day in the sun and also watch the dive-in movie Encanto. We're passing out discount cards for that, which will give up to a party of 4 50% off. In addition to, you can be entered into the Wet n Wild and Mini Cooper Hawaii's 2-year car lease giveaway that day, On Hawaii Island, we are also hosting bowling events for our foster families if you want to come down and support those wonderful champions that are already fostering. And we're also doing a sign waving on Kauai in May. So we're continuing to do events where people can come out and show support, but we ultimately just want people to learn about our wonderful and amazing young lives in foster care and consider becoming a champion for them.
Before I let you go, Alana, I think my last question for you is, I know that being a foster parent isn't necessarily always the easiest thing, but a lot of foster parents I've spoken to in the past, they tell me that it's such a rewarding experience. I guess, what would you tell somebody who's maybe on the fence about taking this step? What would you tell them to tell them, let's do this?
That's a great question. I think the idea of it being rewarding is a tremendous experience in and of itself. I think if we remember the children and we remember that through no fault of their own, that they are in the circumstances they are in, it kind of pushes those people who are on the fence to just go, if I keep it about the children and really think about their future, it is completely worth it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Alana. We really appreciate you being here with us this morning.
It's an honor. Thanks for having us.
And we will have all of this information as well as this full interview on our website, kitv.com, a little later today. We're headed into break with a look at the beautiful Ko'olaus. We'll be right back.